Our tricky run of fixtures starts right here. On Sunday, 4:30, it's the Manchester derby, the shithole that is the Etihad, literally. And they have to pay fans of other clubs to fill the stadium. Strange, isn't it? Same Man City fans who boo the Champions League anthem, and now they desperately want to get winning. And obviously they're going for the title. We are going for 4th. We used to have standards years ago at Man United. Now look at us. Thinking 4th is an achievement. How far are we fucking fallen? A shadow of our former selves. Watford play Watford at Vicarage Road. They've got 3 games in hand. That's not one of them, by the way. If they beat Watford before we kick off, they will be in 4th and will be out of the 4th picture. But if we don't get 4th, I'm adamant and confident that we'll get it next year. So it's not going to really mean much, is it, if we don't make it? And the only reason is YouTuber Top Reds want 4th. One, they want their Glazers to get their blood money. And second of all, they know they'll get less views if they do Europa League watch-alongs as opposed to Champions League watch-alongs. So it's really for selfish reasons, really. For their bosses and for themselves. Because YouTuber Top Reds would sell their grandmas down the river to get a couple of quid. They don't care about you. How many times have I said that? They laugh behind your back. That's what they do. They abuse you if you go against their opinion. I've seen it myself. Use your money wisely. Use your money on something you need, not something because you want people to read your super chats. That's what I would say. I'll give it to somebody who was not a Top Red on YouTube and deserves the money. Give it to them. Don't give it to those parasites that don't care about the club. They only care about filling their own fucking pockets. That's what I would say. But I digress. First I want to go back to what happened before we go balls deep into the derby preview against Watford, as we drew 0-0, which is a poor result. But on the other side of the fence for Watford, it was a point well gained. And you know what? If we don't get top 4, it won't be because of the midfield. And this is all an opinion, not a fact. It will be because of that Watford result. We'll look back at that. If we don't get 4th, it being the catalyst as to why it slipped through our fingers. So I want everybody to focus. If you don't get 4th, you remember what I've said on this video. That'll be the reason. That'll be why. And that is the truth being told. How do you fix a squeaky door? Well, you put WKD on it, don't you? Anyway. It amazes me how people, who are professional don't know anything about what to put on squeaky doors. Strange. Ronaldo missed sitter. Bruno missed a sitter. And I don't think the tactics are helping Ronaldo. I generally don't. When Ollie was here, thank God he isn't anymore, the focal point was Ronaldo. He scored the winner in 2 Champions League games. He scored an equaliser out of nothing against Atalanta away from home that virtually qualified us to the next round. And I think Ralph needs to go back to the formation that suited Ronaldo at the start of the season. He's not getting goals because of the change from Ralph. He went 4-2-2-2 and I think now he's gone 4-3-3. But in saying that, you do need others in the team to chip in as well. You need goals from your defence, your midfield and obviously your attack. So Ronaldo can't do it all by himself. But he's had the chances. Even with McTominay and Fred in midfield, he's had chances. Doesn't matter what combination we put, Ronaldo gets chances. Just unfortunate for him, and for us, he doesn't get as much chances as he got when Ollie was here. Because when you're a focal point, you get goals, you get assists, you do something tangible. So we need to go back to basics and get back in the race. And that's how we do it, by changing the formation. I've never rated Bruno. I can't stand the guy. I've always had a personal vendetta ever since he signed for the club. I was the first one to call him out before I even set foot on the Old Trafford pitch. I just don't rate him. He just doesn't do it for me. his stats don't impress me much, as Shania Twain once said. And I said before, I would rather play like Fellaini with inferior stats, winning us trophies, and not the stats that Bruno has, and not winning us trophies. Because we're now on a, 4.5, 5 year barren spell of no trophies. We're like Arsenal. We used to have standards years ago. And now look at us. You know? And Arsenal went 8 years without winning the trophy in the Wenger. And we're heading in that direction. And it's something that we need to put a stop to. Quite quickly. So yeah, Bruno again, throwing his arms in the air like he just doesn't care. He's cost us so many games. He cost us against Aston Villa, remember? He cost us against Leicester City. He almost cost us against Brighton. We got a penalty kick we didn't deserve. Because the whistle went. And it's funny, isn't it, doing a nice phrase here, how certain people slagged off people who weren't celebrating. I never celebrated the penalty against Brighton, by the way. I was disgusted when it was given. You didn't see my reaction, but I was fuming. And then they had to go at other people, because we know they were all in, the ones who haven't go at people who were all out. Odd, that, innit? And they also said, and you fucking know this for a fact, that they said that Ollie deserved a new contract because he finished second. And you know you fucking said it. And I know you said it. Can't kid a kid, you see. Maguire was dropped. Thank God for that. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. About time too. And we looked a hell of a lot better. So the team I'm going to pick. De Gea in goal. Right back. Dalot. Left back, Telles. Keep two centre backs together. Lindelof Varane. McTominay's back. And I'm so happy that he is. We missed him badly against Atletico Madrid. Less so against Watford, because that team we put out against Watford should have been good enough at Old Trafford, in their own backyard, to beat them. And you expect us to have most of the ball and chance at Old Trafford anyway. It's nothing new. You know? So welcome back McTominay. I'll always defend him. I've always rated him. You know? And the doubters can keep on doubting. But for me, he's important, vital to the squad and the team as a whole. So yeah. And last time we beat Man City at the Etihad, McTominay and Fred did play in that midfield too. I'm going to drop Pogba. We've only won one game with Paul Pogba against Man City since his return. Others we've actually won without him. So he's going to get dropped. Somebody did say that it should be McTominay, Fred and Matic, which I wouldn't be opposed to, but it's not the starting 11 that I'm going to pick. Ronaldo up top, on the wing Sancho, on the other wing Elanga. We're going to miss Dan James in this game. It was a catastrophic mistake to get rid of Dan James. And we're still counting the cost of it. When Dan James was here, he was productive. We finished third and then second. It took Sancho to get 2 of his first assists in fucking February. Dan James did that in less amount of time. And he cost less, and he was from an inferior club, i.e. Swansea, as opposed to Sancho, who played for Borussia Dortmund, who won the European Cup in '97, with Paul Lambert was the captain of that team as well. So Dan James started like a duck to water, you know, and he was mistreated badly. Having said all that, if Dan James did stay, Ollie may have been still in the job right now. So, yeah, you've got to weigh up the pros and cons on that one. But I do think he was missed. And I did get my revenge on you YouTuber Top Reds when your Bezzy mate Anthony RCL left. He can't be arsed. I always win in the end, you see. Is that what people would say about Fellaini going and then Herrera went? Another of the YouTuber fanboys' favourites. Yeah. Tick in the box for me. So yeah, Dante's going to be a miss. And he starts for his country. Sancho fucking doesn't. His claim to fame is missing the penalty kick that cost England in the Euro final against Italy. You know? That's what he's known for. And he only scares against farmers and plumbers when he you know, starts against those shit teams that England beat anyway. So yeah, I miss Dan James. Shame he's not here anymore, but you know, Celebi, as Bewitched once said. I'm going to go for a 1-0 win for Man United. But But if you asked me the acid question, would I want to lose against Man City for them to go closer to the title, or win and let Liverpool claw back points on them? And I'll answer this honestly. I would rather lose in the Manchester derby on Sunday. Yeah, you heard right. You know, I say things that others dare not. I believe what I say, and I say what I mean, and I mean what I say, and I say what I mean. You get the idea with that, you know. So yeah, I don't sugarcoat anything. So if we lose, I'll be happy. Or maybe West Ham might do me a favour and take someone at Scunfield. So you just never know. And you know what's embarrassing for Sancho, going back to him, is that look how Diaz has done in the Premier League. Yeah, tells you everything. But we won't go too deep into that for obvious reasons. But Man City done very well this season. De Bruyne is back on form. He's got a couple of goals. They thrashed Leeds 7-0. 1 goal more than Liverpool did with Leeds at Scunfield. Pep's the best manager in the world for me. I think he's fantastic. You know, he's polite, he's professional, he's got charisma, he's got personality. And if you don't buck your ideas up, he will go to his players and go, "You're not going to start for me." Jack Grealish and Phil Foden were caught going to a nightclub, and they weren't even on the bench. So Pep is ruthless, and you need to be, because he is fantastic, and I so rate him so much. It's a shame he's not our manager, because I would take him in the month for Sundays. He is absolutely brilliant. They're lucky to have him, and he'll be sorely missed once he does leave. There's rumours he's going to sign a new contract. I hope he does. That's what I think. And to all those people, right, who criticise Darren Fletcher, oh, what does Darren Fletcher do? Here's an eye-opener for you, and you won't know this, so I might cut a little bit of slack here. That there's a coach on Pep's coaching team. Guess what? He was there before Pep even arrived. He was there, I think, under Mancini and Pellegrini. So there you go. And Pep isn't worried and isn't, you know, annoyed and throwing his toys out the pram and being angry because there's a coach that was there well before he came. So there you go. You learn something new on these, don't you? Ish. So yeah, we need the 3 points. Let's hope we could beat Man City. But if I was a gambling man, which I'm not, I would go for a defeat against Man City. But I'm going to predict the win and let's see what happens.